Hello, welcome to Earth Trifle. And anyone out there who has a Separett Villa style toilet, which is the one which has the rotating bucket, composting toilet, might already be aware about the filter, the fly screen filter that protects the space from being invaded by flies via the actual air vent. There's a filter, there's a screen that goes over the extraction, the smell extraction fan on the Separett Villa. Now, I lost mine because Caroline, or myself sometimes as well, when we take the bucket out of the Villa toilet to empty it into the compost, we sometimes, without realising it, knock that screen, that plastic screen filter. It just clips on, you see, and it's really easy to knock off, especially on a warm day because it goes soft. Now, the problem with that is it ends up in the poo bucket. So it ends up in your compost bucket, yes. And on a couple of occasions, over the last, how long we had it now for? This is our 11th year with this composting toilet, and to be fair to it, it's done quite well. I make sure I grease all the wires for the flap and stuff like that, and we make sure to keep it clean, and it has been pretty good. It's even got the original toilet seat still, even with my fat butt. So today I'm rummaging around and started to empty this compost heap, and the first thing I find is the screen. Yes, it is damaged, easily fixed, and yes, it's got a hole in it where I put the fork through it. You see that? But at least we found it. But this is the second time it's happened, and if you look here, there's a old tie wrap on there, and I'd actually tie wrapped that to the blower, the extraction blower housing, to prevent us losing it. Because what happens is that this bit here hooks under, and the bottom bit here just clips on. And what happens, this bit sticks out the bottom here, as you pull the bucket out of the bottom of your toilet, you knock this, and it pops off, and it ends up in your bucket as wasps here. Go away. And so, like I say, this is the second time this has happened. This time I've actually managed to damage it a little bit. Like I say, it's got a little hole in there, but it's easy fixed, I'm not going to leave that hole, just tap it with a little hammer and tap it back into shape. And it's also come away from the actual plastic frame that holds the screen. I don't know why that is. It looks like it just holds in like a little lip there, and the same on the other side. But because it's malformed now, it requires a little bit of gluing. In this case, obviously, I've used some silicone in the past. The last time this happened, when I realised what's going on, the amount of times I knocked it off, it ends up into the poo bucket. Hopefully you've got the poo pyramiding, because obviously there's more of an issue. You've got poo pyramiding, it means your bucket isn't rotating. So all I've got to do now is I've got to peel it off there. I'm going to flatten it off again, make sure there's no hole in it, and then put it back into there, and I'll just silicone it back into it and let it go off, and then I'll place it back onto the device and see whether or not I can find a better way of securing it, so we stop knocking the thing with the bucket as we lift it out, knocking it off into the poo bucket, into the compost heap. Yes, not helpful. But saying that, it's a minor little issue, and if you realise this is a problem, so if you're buying one of these machines, one of these toilets, bear it in mind. Be aware of this screen. You need it. It's important, because you don't want the flies coming down your filter or from the toilet and through into nesting or laying eggs and what have you in the pipe. So it's quite an important thing, really. And it's a simple little device, and if you do lose it, just stick something over the top of it temporarily until you find it again, because the likelihood is you're going to find it, because every time this happens, twice now, I've managed to find it. Anyway, that's my little video on my fly screen for the Separett, I keep calling it Separett Villa, which is a Swedish designed composting toilet. It's a good thing, not that cheap, I know, but it works because it's simple, a bit like me. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you're subscribed, click like and subscribe. And maybe that little bell icon, because then you'd get a little warm fuzzy feeling in your pocket. down here somewhere, when I upload a new video. When I'm trifling again with the earth. Trifling, yeah, whatever.